I think we all understand that ultra processed foods are really kind of bad for you, but there's apparently 3 ways that it's attacking your body that we didn't even know about that are in fact even worse than originally suspected. So let's take a look at this. New research suggests that there's an unholy trinity of ways that ultra processed foods can sabotage men's health. And a team of researchers at the University of Copenhagen in Denmark set out to determine how the process and nature of foods affect men, assuming that calories and nutrients are kept consistent. UPFs include packaged goods, drinks, cereals, and ready-to-eat products that contain colors, emulsifiers, flavors, and other additives. UPFs are typically higher in sugar, saturated fat, salt, and devoid of vitamins and fiber. But yeah, they taste so goddamn good though. UPFs are characterized not only by their potentially dangerous and lab-made ingredients, but also by their industry scale of their manufacturing. While countless studies have found a link between UPFs and poor health outcomes, including, but not limited to, a higher risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, metabolic syndrome, obesity, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, type 2 diabetes, depression, dementia, and even premature death, it is not always clear if these adverse effects are due to the ingredients, processing, or amount of UPFs consumed. We were shocked by how many body functions were disrupted by ultra-processed foods, even in healthy young men. Molecular biologist Romain Bears from the University of Copenhagen said in a statement, the long-term implications are alarming and highlight the need to revise nutritional guidelines to better protect against chronic disease. His study, published in Cell Metabolism, had 43 men ages 20 to 35 eat 2 different diets for 3 weeks each and a 3-month break in between. These eating plans were matched in calorie and in nutrient intake, but UPFs made up 77% of the calories in one diet and the other was 66% on processed food. So yes, I would imagine, one being the standard American diet and the other being what is supposed to be the standard American diet. But anyways, the UPF heavy diet loosely mirrors the average American's. Oh, see, look at that. Daily caloric intake with 60% of their calories coming from UPFs. In the new study, men on the UPF diet suffered 3 major consequences. First, they gained an average of 2.2 pounds of extra fat mass. Well, that doesn't seem like a lot in such a small amount of time, but that's still, that adds up, considering people tend to eat like this year on year. So, okay, you're adding 10 to 20 pounds a year. I mean, that's not great. There was also a concerning increase in the levels of phthalate chemicals, CXMINP, a known endocrine disruptor. And the UPF diet correlated with a drop in testosterone levels and sperm production. Researchers note that over the past 50 years, with the rise of UPF consumption, sperm quality has decreased worldwide. Scientists have long suspected a link between UPFs and subpar swimmers. We found that UPF consumption influences cardiometabolic and reproductive health, the researchers said. Diets also caused a trend in differential accumulation of contaminants in the blood and seminal fluid. Researchers acknowledged the limitations of their studies, including the small sample size, gender exclusivity. Well, I guess if you're studying anything to do with sperm production, you would kind of be gender selective. And yes, the short time frame. However, they maintain that their results suggest limiting UPF consumption and prioritizing healthier alternatives. Our results prove that ultra-processed foods harm our reproductive and metabolic health, even if they're not eaten in excess, said nutritional scientist Jessica Parton from the University of Copenhagen. This indicates that the processed nature of these foods that make them harmful. So yeah, man, we already knew that they were totally trash for your diet, but we didn't realize they're also going to be affecting your sperm count, as well as just throwing your metabolic health totally out of whack. So the more you know, the better and more informed choices you can make for your own personal diet. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.